Technology leverage, amateur versus professional. Sales Boomerang. Absolutely phenomenal tool. It was introduced to me by a great mentor of mine, Dave Savage. How an amateur uses Sales Boomerang with their database versus professional is when they adopt their wealth partner databases, becomes a streamline of referrals. So let's elaborate on that a little bit. Where you can go to Sales Boomerang, upload your database into it, and then from that database, they send you trigger meetings, trigger updates. So triggers are, there was a borrower's credit pulled by another lender. Did they have a life event? Did the credit scores drop? Did their credit scores increase? Did their equity position go more than a 50% equity position? Whatever you got triggered there. All those triggers come to you. What I see most loan officers do, and that's great if you do this, and if you want to keep doing this, do you. They go in there, they upload to the database of the Sales Boomerang, they put this moat around their database, and from that database, then all they really do from there is they take care of that database. And that's perfectly fine. That might be 100 past clients, that might be 1,000 past clients. If it's 10,000 past clients, call me. I would love to learn from you. But we don't have 10,000 past clients that are ours. We have 28,000 past clients in our Sales Boomerang, in our mortgage coach, in our home bot, from the sake of our wealth partners databases that we've been able to onboard and take on from there. So the professional goes in there, and one of my favorite things to talk to a CPA on is, hey, Mr. CPA, where do you feel your clients make the biggest mistakes in their life that makes your job harder? Number one thing I hear, they end up the clients end up making professional financial decisions without taking my advice. They bring me their situations, and then at the end of the year, there's tax implications that I could have helped them prevent by different structure strategies. So, Mr. CPA, would it be helpful if I had a trigger on your database that told you if a client got their credit pulled by a mortgage lender? What I do is when that trigger comes in, two people are notified when that trigger comes in the CPA's database, the CPA and then myself. Both those triggers go out, then an automated email from me to the CPA, hey, giving you a heads up, Mr. CPA, John Smith has had his credit pulled by a mortgage lender. Do me a favor, can you reach out to them and see if there's what they're up to? And or from there, would this be a great time for me to help them actually do a total cost analysis, really help them make sure it does fit within their strategies? So that's what a professional does. I don't want to go directly to the CPA's database and say, hey, John Smith, CPA's database, I've got a backdoor into your credit report and I can see that your credit was pulled. You want to structure it. It's not your relationship with that CPA, but over time it becomes your relationship. So an amateur uploads your database into Sales Boomerang, like I said, pays the normal fee, and just receives the trigger updates. A professional uses that data, goes back to their referral partners, wealth partners, and goes back to those wealth partners to help make that lead into a warm referral. Now, if you really want to take it to the next step, a professional creates an if this then that video campaign that is gain, logic, fear. Look that up if you don't know what that strategy is. What do they gain by reaching out to you? What logic, what proof do they have of understanding what the facts are behind it? And what is the fear behind it of really understanding if they're going to FOMO, if they're going to miss out? These strategies are customized that are specific to the triggers. So we do that with our referral partners, our wealth partners. So again, let's talk about Vince, a CPA. Vince, a CPA, the trigger goes out to them. They're already in our database. If they're talking about a cash out loan, if they're talking about a new purchase, if they're talking about an investment property, whatever it is the Gain Logic Fear email campaign that is specifically customized about cash outs, that is specifically customized around new purchases, specifically customized around listing your house. Whatever the topic is, we've got multiple different topics in there. And it goes out directly to them, and it also always has our Calendly or our Schedule Once there for sake of scheduling back. The pro tip, do the same thing with all your referral partners, and what you'll notice is you're going to get streamlines of referrals consistently back from each one of your wealth partners that allows you to be able to be the quarterback of the relationship and refer those deals out to your realtors, and or take those deals and refer them out to realtors that you want to get a relationship with. That's exactly how compound effect we go from closing $100 million in 2020 to 2022, closing $200 million. In 2 years, again, we doubled. What's great about that is we doubled not because we got double 200% good at our job. We doubled because we're able to have more of the top of the funnel of leads that turned into referrals, that turned into referral partners, that turned into streamlines of closings, and business became so much easier. What I'm trying to help you provide is a different mindset, looking for different lenses that allows you to do business easier, better, faster, and smarter. Now you want a bonus tip. So here's what I do that we started doing in 2022. A professional creates an if this then that social media target video campaign. So we talked about originally the gain logic fear emails that goes out. Now we do the same thing with targeted audiences of the gain logic fear strategies customized for the specific triggers that come through. So the specific triggers that come through, again, let's talk about somebody listing their house. When that specific trigger comes through, they get those emails, gain logic fear, but they also get targeted on social media, the gain logic fear strategy for the sake of through Facebook, or the sake of Instagram, or the sake of YouTube with my videos that go directly to them. Now that's to the customized audience through social media, but those gain logic fear emails, you can also turn into social media posts and content. The pro tip is do the same thing for your referral partners and your wealth partners. I really hope you've taken great notes. And remember the strategy of taking great notes. Asterisks, wow, that was a cool idea. And squares, boxes, so you can check them through because you implement, what do you want to implement? Then from there, take all everything that you want to implement. Let's just say there's 15 things you want to implement, put it through there of like, okay, here is the top 5 things I'm going to do in the next 30 days. Here's the top 5 things I'm going to do in the next 60 days, here's the top 5 things I'm gonna do in the next 90 days. Structure it to where you prioritize what you want to implement, because you're looking at me and it's been a 10-year journey of building all this. You're not gonna build it in 10 weeks. You're not gonna build it in 10 months, but you can start. And remember what Zig Ziglar said, not me, Zig Ziglar, but I've learned to adopt this mindset. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. See you there.